Happy Monday, everyone. It's time for my daddy's podcast.
Welcome to the Lessons for Success podcast. I'm your host, Adam Wardlaw, middle school science teacher and high school football coach in South Carolina, USA. Thank you for tuning into the podcast heard by nearly 3,000 people across 17 countries, as well as almost every state here in America. These episodes are intended to be short and beneficial lessons to help you get more out of your life. You can keep up with the show on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and even TikTok by searching at L4S Show. And remember, that's the number 4. If you're listening on an iPhone, go ahead and give the show a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts to help keep our growing community going. Now let's start the show. We've all heard there are two sides to every story, but did you know that you can control how you view things from your perspective? That's the focus of today's edition of Monday Motivation. Welcome back, everybody. It's the start of another work week, and that can often evoke some negative feelings. Many people get down in the dumps about Mondays, but did you know that you have the ability to change this? We all have the ability to alter our perspective. I'm a firm believer that you get what you emphasize. In life, if you're constantly seeking the negative in situations, then you're going to find plenty of things to complain about. Elite people try to find the good in situations. They find the strengths in their routines or organizations. They don't ignore the weaknesses in their organization. However, they simply see them as areas of improvement. How do you want to view your life? When you think about it, you probably don't want to be a glass half empty personality, but we often find ourselves in these moments of negativity. When we all reflect on our thoughts, we probably want to see the world in a positive light. Some people don't think they have the ability to change their thinking, but that's not true. It may take some deliberate attempts at first, but before you know it, you'll be doing it without even focusing on it. As you go about your week, something will inevitably happen that you'll want to complain about, or let simmer on your mind. Try to catch yourself in these moments. Don't let minor setbacks affect your whole outlook on the day. One thing I would recommend is taking some time to reflect throughout your day. Think about those moments where you want to gripe and complain. Are they really worth getting that upset about? Are there things you can do to turn those negative instances into positive outcomes? Go about your week and be positive. It's pretty contagious. The more positive you can be, the more you'll find that your good days far outnumber the bad. What are some ways you try to remain positive? Any advice you want to share with others? Reach out to the show on social media and let me know. That's all the time I have today, guys. Thanks for listening, and be sure to keep up with the show each day this week for more insight to help you get more out of your life. Take care.
Time for a quick commercial.
That's right, Ellie. This episode is brought to you by Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. And they'll even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. To get started, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm today. Well, folks, that's it for another edition of the Lessons for Success podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember that you can keep up with the show wherever podcasts are found, as well as the newly updated Lessons for Success YouTube channel. Be sure to follow the show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok to keep up with more content from the show. If you haven't already done so, give the show a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. That's all the time I have for today. Be sure to tune in for the next episode of the Lessons for Success show.